Guten Morgen, viewers. So, I have something to admit. I did not record day 2 of the conference. However, I'm going to record day 3 and then tell you a little bit about what happened on day 2. So, as I'm walking to the conference right now, I am just going to say a few words about that. So, day 2 of the conference, very successful. I had my mentor session, had 5 lovely people wanting to get more information about YouTube, and as a result they came in with not having any knowledge about YouTube, and now they're not considered YouTube experts, but at least there are a couple light bulb moments for a lot of people that were at this session. They're like, oh, I understand why YouTube is important now. And just to let you know, some of the things that we talked about in this session was, there are people from different backgrounds, and like there was one person who was a booking agent, and then there was a piano duo, really cool piano duo that wanted to learn more about YouTube. And there was one person from an institution, from a university. I won't say the university, but this person was trying to get more information on how it could benefit this university's music program. And then there was also someone who is having a music festival and is in charge of this organization and just wanted to learn more. And this person had no knowledge of the power of YouTube. So just the fact that I kind of gave them a different perspective, that is not just Instagram, it's not just Facebook, but YouTube should be part of the equation when making content for your organization for classical music. Very important. But overall, to be honest with you, I'm really inspired by making content that is visually appealing. So hold on a second, let me finish this. And so far in this conference, I'm super inspired. A lot of creative people, got to meet a lot of very interesting people from all walks of life. But the topics were really interesting. There are topics that at this conference that I wouldn't even have thought of, like virtual reality orchestra. There's a group in the Philharmonia Orchestra in London that specialize in VR tech to bring orchestra music to either underprivileged places or people to give them more access. So that's very interesting. I'm really enjoying the city of Berlin. I currently am staying at Alexanderplatz, which is East Berlin. Haven't had a chance to visit West Berlin, but as you saw in the first part of the vlog, or the first part of the vlog series, that there's just so much history in Berlin, and I'm just seeing that it's such a culturally rich city that people, the entire world can learn about the cultural richness of Berlin, which I think is a perfect place to have a classical music conference like this, just to kind of exchange ideas, exchange information, but also a very beautiful cultural exchange. And that's what we're witnessing at the Classical Next conference. So I'm so glad that I was able to provide value to the people that were in the session. I have a second session today, fully booked. Let's get to it. Hey guys, so I just had the mentoring session this morning. Really successful. It was around 14 people that attended the session, and everybody was asking really important questions regarding copyright strikes about YouTube and how classical musicians can kind of overcome the copyright guidelines. I talked a little bit about that. We also talked about data analytics, and how to observe and how to understand your data while you are making content, and understanding at what point people will actually leave your video and why do they leave their video. Is it a matter of, okay, you lost their attention, or is it a matter of you trying to maybe give too much information, or you just lose them at one specific element of the video? So those are really good questions in regards to that. Now, I did record the actual meeting. However, I didn't, because there were so many people, I didn't record it on video. However, I do have a audio file that I will upload it to the member portal on YouTube. So again, if you're interested in listening to that conversation, I'm going to upload an actual file for you to take a look at via video. So it's only going to be a member thing. It's not going to be open to the public. So if you want to learn a little bit more about that conversation with the other delegates of the conference for the mentorship session, that's going to be up there in the membership portal. After the mentor session, what actually happened was that I attended a sports psychology conference session, and how sports psychology is related to music. and it was a very fascinating conversation. And after the conversation happened, we kind of split up into groups, and I had a group of 5, and we came up with the idea of starting a youth orchestra flash mob. And the exercise was so that we can apply the certain elements of the theory of self-determination theory, and using that as a principle, as a guide to help create projects, which fascinating stuff. And I'm definitely going to be making a video about that and how we can actually implement this theory into our everyday practice in life. But recently what I did was attend a very interesting conversation and panel about the future of experiencing classical music. And I think this is a very important topic. Why? It's because it's in regards to, sorry, totally messing up this camera angle, but it's the ability to experience music in a different way through high fidelity audio. Now, high fidelity audio is not a new thing in the world of classical music, but what makes it different, just slightly different, is the spatial audio effect. Now, I've talked about spatial audio on the channel before, but these people are taking it to the next level. And you really using, I think I counted close to 35 speakers in this hall. You'll see a little B-roll right here. But 35 speakers just to be able to get this amazing sound that is really detailed and high definition. Man, I wish I could experience that all the time. And there are people out there that want that to be in concert halls everywhere. So you never know, if you see speakers around the hall, that could be something new. Now, this part of the conference was the Innovation Award, where 3 groups were able to win an innovation from Classical Next Berlin, and congrats to everybody involved in these innovation awards. And that concludes the Classical Next conference, and I've learned so much, met a lot of new people, but you know what? I'm gonna make a separate video to kind of like wrap my head around what just happened the last 3 days. I need some time to really process this. So once I get that, I'll make a separate video about what's next in classical music and what we need to be doing as artists to really make the world a better place. There's a lot of mention about peace in the world through classical music, and I just need to wrap my head around everything before I actually make a video. So it'll be a very detailed video, and I want you to really stick around so that way you can watch it, all right? Take care, guys.